Hello folks, Jay Austin from WoodWorking Blues. Just thought I'd show you the almost finished project of the heavy duty top I put on my workbench. Added a 2.5 inch layer of pine wood, soft but still functional. All this wood was taken off of a crate that I took from a construction site with permission, and glued and clamped together. Not the best glue job I've done because of I only had 2 clamps. The rest of them, a lot of my tools are at a mobile home I'm refurbishing, so I had to make do with what I had. So he's about a 3x2, a little over 3.5 feet wide, 2.5 foot deep workbench. And I wanted him a little more hefty to be able to put a bigger vise on it, but it didn't work, so I'll explain that here in a sec. But what I did to get this thing planed down smooth and even was 2 tools I got from Harbor Freight, and no, I am not representing them, I'm not compensated by them. I just happen to have these tools because, like I say, most of my other tools are in another work site. So I started with this guy here, the Drill Master 3¼ electric planer. Got him as an open box deal months ago at Harbor Freight. He was missing some parts. He doesn't adjust real well. He's got some issues, but he worked just fine for what I needed for this rough cut smoothing portion, and no complaints. So for something under $15, there you go, open box deal. But be careful, because he has some issues, so when you do buy those things, look them over good, because you never know what you're going to get. Finish him up with a Chicago Electric belt sander, 3x21. I have 2 of these, and I primarily use them upside down, such as this. They work well both ways as long as you adjust them right. He really cleaned it up nice, and really hardly any uneven spots here. And really happy with him. Another open box deal from Harbor Freight. Now again, I'm not compensated by this by Harbor Freight, and I bought these both open box deals. Pretty good deal for an amateur, and a very good finish. You don't have to look too hard to find the mistakes in these and find some errors and blurs. But for what I wanted it for, it works just fine. The idea was to put on a big clamp and vise, but he's just still a little too small for this big guy. He comes in about 26 pounds. He's I believe a 7-inch, 8-inch swivel vise, and man, this guy is heavy. He's been hanging out in my attic waiting to get used. I thought that would be enough. It wasn't. So I'm going to have to add or build a bigger bench for him, a more solid bench. No worries. Got plenty of room left over in the shop. As you can see, a lot of that back in the corner is all just temporary. Still don't have a table saw. Hopefully there'll be that one right there very soon. But in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and make it work with what I got. And I'll figure out how to get him hooked up to a bigger bench here eventually. But just wanted to run it by you. The open box deals, Harbor Freight. Good deal, great deal for any amateurs who are looking to just get started in something like this. I have no complaints on how this turned out. I could put a piece of paper down on here and write out any instructions without having to worry about it. So very pleased, very happy with the way it came out. Not sure if I'm going to stain him leave him the way he is. We'll see in the future. But just to show you, I'm not some tool snob. I have a variety of different brands, and again, most of them are in another site because that's where I need them. But I also don't mind splurging on other name brand tools. So just wanted to run that by because I figured if I didn't make this video and show y'all today, I probably wouldn't do it at all. So there it is, the almost completed workbench, worktop, 2.5 inches, about 13 planks I got. By the way, this wood was free from a construction site I got with permission, and finally figured out something to do with it, and very happy with the way it turned out. So if you like this video, please comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. And by all means, if you have a planer, a sander, let me know what you use and what you think of them, and I'd love to hear from you. Until then, Jay Austin, Woodworking Blues, keep on woodworking.